The Jets tried to replace Nathaniel Hackett. It didn't work, but there's some interesting things in the report. Let's discuss.
Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
Hey, what's poppin', everybody? Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts, baby. And I just got to say this right off the top. That we're streaming live, of course, on 3 different locations. Heavy on Jets. Heavy, of course, supporting the show. I work for Heavy. YouTube.com/BoyGreen25 and Twitter @BoyGreen25. The show starts at 7:30. But before the show starts, people are flooding the comments section in anticipation, hanging out this community, which, by the way, is so cool. I love right before I even hit live. There's already 15, 20 comments in there of all you guys talking because that's what this is. So it's cool. It's cool. It's cool to start off your day with some New York Jets football. And if you go down to the YouTube description, it's a direct link to Connor Hughes' article. He was answering it in a mailbag about the Jets' failed attempts to replace Nathaniel Hackett. Here's what Connor Hughes had to say. Let's read his bit and caboodle, and then we'll get into it here. The question was from 5858 Jack, who says, internally, do you get the sense that the team is uneasy about Nathaniel Hackett as much as the fan base is? And Connor Hughes said, this is the major butt of the Jets offseason, in my opinion. They don't really have many weaknesses on paper as long as they stay healthy. They have the chance to be among the best in the NFL, even if some of their injury-prone guys miss time, like Tyron Smith or Mike Williams. They have players behind them who can fill in, Olu Fashanu and Jason Brownlee. This is a well-rounded. That's interesting that Brownlee was listed there, but anywho, more on that later. This is as well-rounded and deep of a team I can remember covering. But then there's Hackett. The Jets made legitimate attempts this offseason to hire someone who would essentially replace Hackett, not as a new offensive coordinator, but a title above who would run the show. The Jets had enough things they needed to address this offseason without replacing areas they're content with. That pursuit tells me internally there are legitimate concerns with Hackett's ability to successfully run things. It almost feels like the Jets are putting so much faith in Rodgers' ability to correct Hackett's wrongdoings. Sources spoke of many, many times last summer where Hackett called a play, then Rodgers changed it completely at the line. They figure he can do the same thing come the regular season. There's a lot to put on the plate of a player, though. Even one of Rodgers' stature, this isn't the NBA. If there's one major concern heading into the Jets season, it is Hackett in there for the New York Jets. Some interesting stuff in there, and I will tell you, the Jets swung for the fences for a different guy. Like, they went after some big names. Now, the names weren't interested, obviously, or the Jets would have hired that individual. But they swung for the fences. They went for a name this offseason that ended up just getting an offensive coordinator gig himself. So the Jets tried really, really hard to get something in there. Hi. Good morning, honey. Good morning. It's okay. All right, you can come on the show at the beginning. There you go, Zariah Luna. People, Zariah Luna. Nice. Yeah, you're probably just about as upset as Jet fans are about Nathaniel Hackett. Yeah, that's a real situation. And so yeah, they did try to replace. They tried to replace Hackett with a big name, and yeah, they did. Yes, they did. It was pretty emotional there, but they were unsuccessful in those attempts for the New York Jets to try to get a different guy in there in the building to make it happen. Here, you want to go see Mom? There you go. Yeah, I love you guys too. Anywho, so on the Nathaniel Hackett thing, the fact of the matter is they tried to do it. Let me see. A lot of people are trying to guess who it is. I think you guys can figure it out, but it was a big name. It was a big name. It was a guy who got an offensive coordinator job. I know who the name is, and it was a big name that they swung for. Now, I'm not surprised that the person said no, because it's kind of awkward. The plan was to keep Hackett and then have this guy also in the room. It would have been like one of those third wheel situations, because you have Rodgers and Hackett who have that relationship, and then you have this other guy who'd be kind of the puppet master behind the scenes. So it would have been very bizarre. It would have been very strange. But it goes to show you that the Jets tried. And now, basically, they're going to just roll it out with Hackett and hope Rodgers can fix it all. And I think that's been kind of the backbone for a lot of us. A lot of us Jet fans have said, a lot of us Jet fans kind of said, I think Rodgers will be able to figure it out. A lot of, guys could figure it out. Let's see. Like, for instance, we have Nick in here. He said, guaranteed Boyd Greenstar would also check out of a Hackett call play. Well, we saw a little bit during the season. After Rodgers was already injured, he was on the headset and he was hearing things, and then he goes, or he showed facial expressions that seemed to not agree with certain calls. It definitely seems like that name that you guys are talking about. I don't think it's a name, by the way, that you guys would have loved. Let me, I guess, put it that way. That the name that was being discussed and kicked around, I don't think you guys would have been a fan of. Let me just say it that way. Let me see. Let's go to Card Cave. We have a bunch of interesting comments here as we react to this. Ton of opinions on this. I own a card shop and he comes here with his son. I'm not a wait. I own a card shop and he comes here with his son. Oh, I'm not a Hackett truther, but look at the big picture. More to the story than we know. Quarterback play and offensive line was also an issue. Oh, that's cool. And Nathaniel Hackett drops by your shop. That's awesome. Yeah, I know a lot of Jet fans are not a big fan of this guy, but, ultimately, you've got Aaron Rodgers and you've got a talented roster. And, how bad can it be? He was the offense coordinator when when Rodgers won 2 MVPs. Now, he wasn't calling plays, which is what everyone, I guess, will probably say here. But you got to imagine, here's the thing. People like being around people they're comfortable with. And whether we're comfortable with it or not, Aaron Rodgers is comfortable with Hackett. So sometimes you bring somebody in and they got their posse. They got their group. And if you want Rodgers, you got to get the group. It comes with the territory. So for me, I don't give a flying hoot what he says. I don't give a flying hoot what he says, like Rodgers on podcasts or anything else, as long as he's playing the game of football for us and doing a good job. And Kuka Lake Jet fan says, Connor Hughes said they wanted Alex Van Pelt and they tried for Arthur Smith. There you go. There's your two names, people. Alex Van Pelt, AVP, and Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith is the offense coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and AVP, I think, is in New England, if I have that right. Let me double check that one. That one I'm less certain about, but I'm pretty sure that's where he ended up going. Alex Van Pelt is a member of the Patriots. There you go. He is the, just offensive coordinator is his role there. So, yeah, they chased 2 offensive coordinators this offseason. So, there you go. Those are the names that they were going at. And again, I don't think that would have inspired a lot of people. Rodgers is close to Alex Van Pelt. So, there would have been, I guess, a little bit something there from that perspective. But I don't know what his relationship is with Arthur Smith. The fact of the matter is, all we can say, it was a complicated thing for the Jets to get, because you were keeping Hackett, you were marginalizing, reducing his role, but also bringing somebody else in. And to be honest, I don't know how that would have gone. That could have been some toxicity going on in the room, and that could have been really bad to try to retain Hackett, but also replace him. So I'm kind of glad that they didn't add another guy to the room, because another guy in the room with Hackett is bad. If that person would have replaced Hackett straight up, okay, we could talk about that. But I don't think that would have been a very healthy situation, because then you're going to have, so let's say this, they bring in Alex Van Pelt, they bring in Arthur Smith, and the Jets are operating poorly on offense. Hackett's in the back on, I'd be calling better plays. And then Rodgers is friends with Hackett. It just turns into a whole shish kebab where things can go south pretty quick. So I would just say this with all of this. I see you guys putting all kinds of names out there. All kinds of names and possibilities out there. We just have to hope that, I know it was terrible with Hackett as a coach, and I know it's been terrible so far with him as an OC. We had one of our worst offensive seasons of all time last year. And part of that, of course, was Hackett, but part of it was also our offensive line imploded, our quarterback play was terrible, and all of those things. And with Rodgers, we're getting a massive upgrade, and there should be other things that are helping him. Defense, special teams, all these other things should put the offense in positions where it's going to be hard for the offense to F it up, basically. Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. We don't need Kyle Shanahan level of creativity. That'd be cool. But to be honest, if you just operate with what's happening here, the Jets should still be able to make some business happen with Hackett as the OC. I will tell you, people have brought it up all offseason. People have brought it up all offseason that, oh boy, they got Hackett. Oh boy. Like, again, the magnifying glass is going to be over this coaching staff. In these games that are going to be a lot closer, what are the decisions of Saleh? What are the decisions of Hackett going for it? Run call, play call, pass call, this, that, or the other. All of that are going to be in. But you just got to trust. Blind faith. That's what it is. Faith, the definition of faith is belief without evidence. And we have no evidence that Hackett is going to call a great offensive plan. But my belief is Aaron Rodgers. And Jared B says, bottom line, if AR plays, we will be, quote-unquote, fixed. And I think fixed enough. I think, again, those two have worked together before. If Rodgers is comfortable with him, I think we need to be comfortable with him. I guess we don't have to be, but that's the plan. All right, let me engage with some comments here. I got a lot of stuff on here. A lot of comments in here. NC Hackett still here. Ugh. We got the morning coffee clubbers, all right. Hackett doesn't look happy. Yeah, I picked that picture. I hope you guys like that. Good morning to the Jets fan. We got Jackson Valente in here, a bunch of the Boy Green Super Fan Club members. YouTube membership, appreciate you. Phil says, we all knew this about Hackett. Roger runs the show, always has. That's fine with me. I hope so. John Burke, who we got? First game, Buff or San Francisco? I've seen a lot of the rumors, like George Kittle said, see you soon, Rodgers. I mean, I would imagine NFL teams know in advance of the schedule. I don't think they know it this far out in advance. Today's Monday. I don't think they get it that far out in advance, but they could have, because a lot of people thought the schedule was going to be last week and they changed it. But it gives NFL teams time to create something unique to release the schedule. We've seen the Jets do video games and all kinds of other stuff. So the Jets teams, they 1,000% get the schedule in advance. They 1,000% get the schedule in advance. But I saw the George Kittle Instagram thing. See you soon, Rodgers. Again, that's the game I want. So if they give it to me, awesome. But Buffalo run it back. I could understand that case. Jackson Valente, how about them Celtics? I'm rocking the KG jersey, baby. Beautiful. While all these other series are getting tied to all, Celtics taking care of business, baby. Oh, yeah. Let me just say this. Cleveland ain't beating the Celtics in 3 straight elimination games. That ain't happening. So we'll see in the Eastern Conference Finals, baby. We'll see if the Knicks can make it. Phil says Hackett is there to give Rodgers a laugh and a friend. Great. Hey, whatever makes, again, Aaron Rodgers is the straw that stirs the drink for the New York Jets. If Hackett makes him more comfortable, great. Phenomenal. This is the Rodgers show, and whatever we can do for Rodgers to put him in a better position, because he's already pissed off. People are already doubting him. People are already saying this and that and the other, and motivated Aaron Rodgers has done motivated Aaron Rodgers things like winning a couple of MVPs and things of that nature, so awesome. Yeah, let's make him as comfortable in here, but also plenty of bulletin board material. Phil says, I really hope Denver wins and beats the Celtics in the final if Knicks can't cap off the Cinderella season. Disgusting, Phil. Gross comment. Absolutely disgusting. Jared B says, exactly, Phil. We've known about this for months. I said they tried to bring in somebody and it didn't work, so they gave it to Todd Downing. I think Todd Downing, according to his coaching profile, I think he still has the same job. And he was a co-manager. Remember, last year when Hackett went up into the booth, he was a co-manager there with Todd Downing. So I'm not sure if they gave it to Todd Downing, but he was always going to be in the room too. Good morning, everybody. Matthias says, it almost happened. Why didn't it is the question. I can answer that question easily. If I'm an offense, or not an offensive coordinator, if I'm a like hot shot offensive person that's a free agent to be, and I'm picking options, and then the Jets call and they say, hey, we'll give you a senior consultant role, but you're running the offense. But we're going to have the guy that used to run the offense in the room. But don't worry, it won't be awkward. And don't worry, I know people on the outside are saying if we suck, we're all going to get fired. That's totally not true. It's true. That's it. It's a tough position. Sure. I'm a guy that is glass half full, and I say, oh, wow, the Jets have a chance to win the friggin' Super Bowl. This is great. However, if you were a pessimist, if you're a glass half empty guy, you look at the Jets go, oh, boy, this season goes down. Everyone's getting fired, including me, potential free agent that wants to come to the Jets to coach some offense. Why it didn't happen is while there's a lot of attractive features, well, there's also some negative features. Like you moving your entire family to New Jersey, New York, and you get fired and you're immediately looking for work again. So I think that's why. I think the question is quite simple. Why the Jets were unable to do it. It's a little awkward. There's the precipice of potential everyone getting fired. It's weird having the guy who did call plays last season staying in the room. You would feel, if you replaced him, you would feel this weird pressure all the time to be looking over your shoulder at Hackett, like going over there. Like every time you make a call, yeah, XY2 banana. And Hackett's back there going, I wouldn't have done that. Or he's making all kinds of noises and reactions. And then Rodgers gets a little split because Hackett's his boy. That's why he would be staying in that scenario. Okay, again, I'm just happy that we didn't get someone. I know we all wanted someone. I would have been cool if it was a straight up replace. Okay, move over Hackett. Joe Blow's coming through. Okay, makes sense. Sign me up. But I'm kind of glad we avoided the awkwardness, which would have been very bizarre. Very bizarre. Sergeant CVO says Brownlee could be a good wide receiver 3. Needs time to develop. But Hughes, that was very interesting. We talk about these injury insurance policies, like Tyron goes down, Solo Fashanu, obviously 11th overall pick, totally makes sense. But when he was like, if Mike Williams is unable to go, they got Jason Brownlee. That's a weird name to say as the guy that is stepping up. Again, there's been a lot of buzz about Brownlee. Very, very interesting. Very interesting, I would say. Exactly. NC, you say exactly what I said. That's it. Who would take a job for only 1 year potentially? Again, I'm a glass half full guy, so I would see the best of the situation. But not everyone would. Not everyone would. That's for sure. I see this in here. Rodgers definitely is owed money by Hackett and Lazard. Hey, you know what? The NFL is a brotherhood, and it's all who you know. Coaches get hired because they're friends. Like Mike LaFleur was the best friend, little brother of Robert Saleh. So Robert Saleh was friends with Matt LaFleur, his little brother, and then he's around him, and bing, boom, bam. It's a brotherhood. People can hate it or not, but there's plenty of connective tissue there. Plenty of connective tissue. And that's how the world spins, baby. NC says, roster's not the problem. It's Saleh, Hackett, and Carter. By the way, I would say this. We haven't really gone on some deep, diatribe about it. But Fashanu has brought up Keith Carter multiple times as someone that's impressed him. From the pre-draft visit to as soon as he got drafted, he was singing his praises. So, I know everyone says, Carter, he sacks. Why have we not replaced him? Fashanu seemed to vibe with whatever he was saying, so that's kind of interesting to me. He said it on multiple occasions. Multiple. I see John Sauer here. Ricky, Arian quit his head coaching job. Think he'd come back as an OC? And I'm pretty sure he's working as some sort of like, I don't even know what the role is with Tampa Bay. He's like an overseer or something. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that. I have that right here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he has some official title. What is he? He's been a senior football consultant for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There you go. Getting paid to be up in the big office. So I'm not sure. Maybe he could get lured back down like eventually Pete Carroll, I imagine, could. But I'm not sure. Eric Bieniemy. Yeah, I think he went down to college. I think he went down to UCLA to be with, I'm pretty sure that's true too, as another guy. Eric Bieniemy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's down in UCLA. And he is. He is the associate head coach and offense coordinator for UCLA. He went down there. He couldn't get NFL gigs. And again, there's something weird going on there. Let's see. Gase is still on the market. Oh, that's an option. No thanks. I still can't believe that happened. Let's see. NY Jets FL. Hackett could call play, pass to Van Pelt, and then it's changed. What's the difference? Yeah, and also, I hate the layered thing. Like, we had that with Gase where, play calls would happen. They'd go to the coach. He kind of, and then he sends it to the quarterback. And there's all these layers. It's like a weird pyramid scheme of this to this to this to this to this. Just call the friggin' play and give it to the quarterback, for God's sakes. That's neither here nor there. Robert says, now he knows he has Breece Hall, so thank God he knows that at the beginning of the season this time. Wow, that guy could catch some passes. Yeah, thank you for noticing. And now he had the second best season of any running back from a receiving perspective in Jets franchise history. Let's hope that continues. Aaron does check off all the time. He has seen more football than we will ever know. NC does not want San Francisco or Miami in Miami. Yeah, I don't want any heat down there. So I agree on the Miami part. Dolphins first game. I've heard Peter Schrager predicted that. Yeah, maybe. Schedule comes out Wednesday. Schedule comes out Wednesday, not Tuesday. Wait. Does it come out tomorrow? Tuesday? I thought it was Wednesday. Maybe my math is totally off because it's the 15th. Oh, today's Tuesday. I'm an idiot. All right. Anywho, I am a moron. Forget I said anything. Yes, it does come out on Wednesday. I am an idiot. Okie dokie. Yes. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I do got to do that Jets prediction thing. Yeah, I think I'll do it with Woody today. I think that'll be our thing. We'll do a Jets prediction. I'll put that in my notes. For a Woody show today at 3 o'clock, I'll do Jets schedule predictions. There you go. You want it, you got it, baby. Jet schedule predictions. Woody. That'll be our 3 o'clock show. Beautiful. I had some other schedule thing there, but I think that's going to be even better. See, I'm a man that can adapt. Adapt or die. It's in that Moneyball movie. Jax Valente. I bet the London matchup's getting announced at some point today. I agree. I think the Jets are going to have one of them. So we will find that out. We will absolutely find that out. It's funny because, right, remember Adam Gase was the OC for Peyton Manning, and we're like, I'm Peyton Manning. Oh, Peyton Manning, that bastard. So not only did he not come out in the 90s, could have been a Jet, and then he says, Adam Gase is probably a good option, would he? What a jerk. What a jerk. Friggin' guy. Unbelievable, that bastard. Thanks a lot, Peyton. And then random shots of the Jets all the time. Yeah, you bastard. Chan Gailey. Yeah, when you long for the days of Chan Gailey, you know something's wrong. There's a T.O. jumping in. Yeah, that's a friggin' trip. That is a friggin' trip. Bringing Peyton Manning as a consultant play caller? No, thanks. Nope. I've heard enough from Peyton Manning. Thank you. Matthias, so that is not a rumor. The Dallas Cowboys will play the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. That will be Tom Brady's first game. Not a rumor. The Browns and all the teams have announced it, which means that takes the Cowboys out of a primetime slot. So already got Thursday night. Okay, the Jets weren't playing the Chiefs anyway, so whatever. Chiefs, Ravens, Thursday night. Boom, that one's in. Cowboys are not going to be in a primetime slot, so we have 2 left. Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football. I think the Jets get one of those 2 slots, baby. I'm just saying. I think that's happening. Every day is Friday at Wendy's. Every day is Friday at Wendy's, Paul. Thank you, Darren. That is funny. That is funny. All right, let's open up the phone lines to the 400 people that are in the room. We appreciate you. Let's throw that in there. There's some other interesting nuggets, by the way, in that Connor Hughes mailbag. We'll have to dive into that at some other point this week, but we will do the schedule prediction later today. We'll do with Woody. I think that's a good pivot, people. That's a good pivot. So we will do that. Okay, let's put this in the video call-in line. Video call-in line. Boom, that is now put up on YouTube. It is the pinned message on YouTube. It's youtube.com/boygreen25. If you'd like to call into the show, feel free to do so. Be in a relatively quiet place. I'll see you pop up in the green room. We'll bring you on. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Oh boy, I'm fired up today. That's it, baby. Yeah, and Zariah Luna is absolutely a cutie. Yeah, she's the best. She is the best. Okay, a second child coming. That is going to be a trip. More on that November. Again, that's also scheduled coming out. Please schedule the bye week when my fiance is about to pop it out. If you can. Gods, I'd appreciate it. We'll see if they listen. All right, let's go to Wavin' Bobby here on the program. Good morning,
How you
Bobby.
doing, Paul? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing
You're
great.
busy.
And by the way,
Yeah.
you calling in with Jake asked me yesterday, he really appreciated it. He said, wow, he was surprised. So
Yeah,
he appreciated that.
He was shocked. He was surprised.
He was.
I talked to him on his second show of the day yesterday.
Yeah.
And also, you're not a dummy. You're a busy man. You forgot it was Tuesday. So don't worry.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But it sometimes gets a little bit lost in the shuffle. I forget
yeah,
what day it
days-
is or what's going on.
When we get older, it's the same thing. Each day gets quicker and quicker.
Wow,
No, I do
that's
that
motivating.
sometimes.
Thank you, Bobby, for that. Yep.
Well, I'm getting older. I'm older than you. Remember that? Your dad's
are?
age.
Oh,
Remember?
okay. Oh, yes,
I mean,
that's right.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an old fart.
Hey,
So,
that's all right.
congratulations to your Celtics.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah, baby. They're taking care
Well,
of business. Some of
they
these
could
other
have
series
played the
can't.
Knicks. They could have played
And by the way,
Knicks.
thank you. I know I was really. I'll tell you this, Bobby. I'll be honest with you. I was really torn up when Donovan Mitchell said he couldn't go before the game. I'm like, boy, that's too bad. So yeah, that was a real bummer yesterday, but we figured it out.
Yeah. I think the Jets, like I said, 12-5, gonna win the division. And I hope they might start off away with the 49ers. That's my
Oh yeah.
prediction. Yeah, get the West Coast done, and then, like Nick said, if you stay over there for 2 weeks, play Arizona, then you don't have to travel so much during the year because you got 9 away games, right?
Yes,
So
there
it'd
is.
be easier. Do you have a radio show this morning?
I do. I have it every day, Monday through Friday.
I probably can't call in today because I got my physical therapy around that day. But tomorrow I could call in for you.
Well, that's okay. Well, good luck on that, Bobby.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds
Have a
good.
good-
You too, Bobby. We have a caller. All right. Well, I guess we'll go to it. Aaron Rodgers is calling into the show. Aaron?
Hey, Paul. I just wanted to jump in here really quick as I heard you had another kid on the way. Congrats on the sex. That's an amazing amount of sex you've been having. I mean, even the dolphins out in the water by my house can't seem to keep up with you, Paul. You legend.
Yes. I appreciate that, Aaron. Mr. Rogers, I appreciate that, sir.
Hold on, Paul. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I caught a video of you recently visiting the laundromat with some bed sheets that you apparently destroyed. I'm just curious if those were involved in this second kid or if that was just some other random typical night at the Boy Greenhouse.
I plead the fifth.
Gotta run. But seriously, Paul, congrats on the sex. Go Jets.
There he is. Aaron Rodgers. Wow. Okay. I got to be honest, how distracting that was when, oh my God, I'm tearing up. When Bobby calls in and he's like, I'm Bobby. And I'm like, oh yeah, Bobby, that's great. And then all of a sudden, boop, pops in there. Cause it's hard for me to explain what you guys see when people attempt to call into the show. There's like a little green room on the bottom of the screen. It tells me the name, it shows me the camera on him. And I just see Aaron Rodgers and he's just like head nodding throughout the Bobby conversation. I'm like, what the heck? Wow, I've been gatored, as Tio says. I've been gatored. That was impressive. I can tell you. I don't know where you go from there. That is wow. Congrats on the sex. So thank you very much. Oh my God, that was a trip, man. So Aaron Rodgers gracing us with his presence. Gator hopping on there. Congrats on the sex. Very nice. I will tell you, the shop's closed. Not on the sex. Hopefully that it continues. But for the baby making, 2 and done. 2 children, whatever the gender is, which, by the way, we'll find out in a handful of weeks. Boy, girl, whoever it is, shop's closed. But I will tell you that there's some pressure here because the Esden name, it dies off if I have another girl because, like, girls' last names typically don't proceed. They normally get stomped out by the man, traditionally. So that means that for the legacy to continue, I'm going to have a son because I'm pretty sure I've double checked all this. All the family tree branches are running out. So I'm the last hope for the Esden clan. We will see if that continues. I know I did not answer Aaron's question. Again, I plead the 5th on the bed sheets. Cannot confirm or deny that. It's also a good question. Darren, Paul, let me throw this up there. Paul, why do you flip us off every time? Yeah, I am a middle finger to the glasses guy. Yeah, so I do flip you guys off. Is that on purpose? Is that by accident? If the shoe fits, Cinderella. If the shoe fits. That's how I feel about it. Congrats on the sex. That is funny. Ronald Perry says Corley is going to be slept on. He is. I was just reading a Bleacher Report thing of like other moves the Jets could make this offseason before we get into the thick of it. And one of the moves they said, they can sign a real slot guy or get a guy like Hunter Renfrow or something like that to play in the slot because Corley is like this manufactured piece. So there is a lot of overlooking on Malachi Corley. So I'll be intrigued, man, because obviously he's got a great physique. He's got a running back body and a running back body for wide receiver frame, and I'll be kind of curious to see what happens there. I'll be kind of curious, but I'm excited about this class, man. Olu Fashanu is a player I loved, and we kind of got away from him because I got the sex appeal of the wide receivers like Roma Dunze or something. That to me was fun and sexy on paper. I know drafting an offensive lineman that's not going to play immediately isn't sexy, but I love Fashanu, man. That's a jersey to get for sure. Gator is the king. He's the best. Paul, what world would we be in without the Esden name? Got to keep going till you have a boy. That's true. Eventually, it would die off. I do not have a son. No pressure. Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. All right, I don't know how someone follows up Aaron Rodgers, but I guess this guy will give it a whirl. Johnny Boy here on the program. What's up, Johnny?
What up, Broham? Hey, first and foremost, congrats on the sex. That's exciting.
I appreciate
it. Fun activity, very physically challenging at times, but I feel like something that needs to be exercised on an everyday base. So for all you young guys, old guys, middle guys, whatever guys, congrats on the sex.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, and I love getting a nice pat on the back for the sex that I've been getting. So that means a lot, man. So thank you. I appreciate that.
And then second, that jersey is hideous as shit. So just want to let you know.
How dare you?
It's probably the worst jersey I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, that hurts. Kevin Garnett, you're not a KG guy? Come on, man.
Nah, man. He tried to take Lala's Cheerios.
No, well, I could understand that. Oh, and here, by the way, another game just came out. Oh, okay. I wanted to double check the time. So the NFL schedules keep leaking out more things. We're getting Chiefs Bengals week 2. That'll just be a random game on CBS though. So that's another one. I was hoping we got a Jet leak there. That is not a Jet leak. Just that is a Chief Bengal leak. But no, that's okay. I understand. You don't love the KG stuff, and I imagine things are going to get a little hostile if you guys can actually survive the Pacers, get a little Celtics Knicks action. That's going to add some juice, I think, to these Boy Green dailies between us and the Knicks fans, I think.
But Boy Green, I came up here. I wanted to ask you a question in regards to.
Oh, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So historically, right,
mm-hmm.
where do you think this defense, the 2024 defense of the Jets, can rank amongst all the other great Jets defenses that we've had? And if you could name some of them, and I'll leave you with that nugget.
I think. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you, Johnny, for the question. That's a good one. 2009 obviously was terrific with Revis. I think they have a chance to be above that unit. The one that it gets lost is the sack exchange. I don't think to have two guys with 20-plus sacks in Gastineau and Klecko, that's territory. I don't think they're going to be able to overcome that. So you got to put those defenses above the Jets. But long story short, I mean, they have a chance to be really special. So you go through all the great Jets defenses in history. Sack exchange would be above this current Jets unit. There's no doubt about it. We got to put pen to paper to see ultimately, the rubber meets the road, all of these different sayings and things of that nature to truly understand what this unit's going to be. It looks great now. Hassan Reddick's a freak. Sauce Gardner is a 2-time first-team All-Pro in his first 2 years. You can't beat that. I mean, I really love every part of this defense. Now, safety, again, I get it. You can nitpick safety, but I think it's okay. Linebackers are great. Mosley was an All-Pro 2 years ago. Quincy is coming off an All-Pro season. Yeah, you go through that list. I'm loving the roster at every stackable level. So the ones that jump out to me, obviously, are 2009, the sack exchange defenses in the 80s. I mean, yeah. So sandwiched in between, which, by the way, is a great praise, I would assume, is great praise for that as well. All right, let's go to some more callers here. All right, we got NY Jets FL gracing us. What's up, buddy?
Paul, good morning. To piggyback on the Gator call, I'll tell you a real funny, still personal story if you really want to hear it.
Yeah, all right. Up. Sure.
When my wife and I were trying to have our first and only, there's certain ways to calculate when ladies are more likely to happen.
I've heard about that. Yeah. My fiance was on that. There's some calendar, or some moons or stars aligning or something. Sure, yeah.
Okay, so exactly true. So basically, my wife was supposedly calculating this calendar, and nothing was happening. Like no pregnancy, right?
Yep.
So we figured she was making a mistake. She was miscalculating.
I see.
So the first time the calculation was correct, bang, no problem. So I was informed several times that I was supposed to go to a doctor to get myself checked. So I was run over by a truck, basically told things are not working on my end, when the person calculating was the incorrect person.
See, I will just tell you that the same things happen, because we're doing it on the calendar. She's telling me I've got no freaking clue what's going on. This date. I'm like, all right, I'll be ready for that date. We were doing it and nothing's happening. And she's like, maybe it's you, pal. I'm like, me? My swimmers are just fine, thanks. But we have to go to see the doctor to confirm now, because all this time is passing. And the doctor comes in, wow, he has like the best swimmers I've ever seen. I'm like, sorry, ma'am, doctor, can you repeat that into the microphone, please? So yeah, I think it was on her calendar date thing too. I think that's what happened here with us. Yeah.
Wow, small world. I guess men are not always bad at what they do. So let's just say that, Paul. We serve a purpose, Paul. We definitely have a purpose. Just sort of like Nathaniel Hackett. He's a clipboard holder, right?
Yeah.
So everyone has a purpose. the only thing I would say about Hackett, Paul, is maybe this really wasn't his first career choice. Maybe he was kind of, maybe he was kind of, what do I do?
His
I'm
dad
gonna do
forced him
this.
into it. Remember Paul Hackett? So he could have been. I'm watching a show right now with my fiance. It's an old show. It's called One Tree Hill, and it's a basketball plot. But the father, had this basketball career. He's trying to force it on his son. He's like, son, you gotta try to be as great as me, and he's forcing it on him. It could be that. Could be a little Paul Hackett, Nathaniel Hackett. He got pressured into doing this, and now he's just stuck in the middle of this career. Yeah, there's some legs there.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Hackett was not everybody's great at what they do. Let's just say that. So he's what he is, and it's good enough for now. So let's just roll with that. And things can't happen. It can't be July soon enough. I mean, these day by this count. Well, at least Wednesday we have something. But,
we have Wednesday, we have something, and then my dates are off now, but I think it's 6 days away. We have OTAs practices, so we should still have some stuff to report. I think it's Monday. So we have scheduled tomorrow, and then OTA practice on Monday, and that'll take us through mid-June-ish, and then there's going to be a month of a lot of hoopla. We'll have to figure it out then. But yeah, we should just have some stuff here for the next couple weeks.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that'll keep us going a little bit longer. All right, Paul. Yeah. You have a great one.
All right, thank you. Wow, people getting vulnerable with their storytelling. That is compelling. And from one guy who opened up to, I'm sure, another one who will. Let's go to Alan here on the show. Alan, what's up, buddy?
First of all, congratulations on bringing another rug rat into this society. God bless you. Better you than me.
Thank you.
2024, it's a chore to do so, so I give you all the props.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Let the misery continue at MSG tonight after last night. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for the great TJ McConnell to destroy the Knicks tonight. That would be unbelievable. Congrats on your Celtics being up 3-1. Best team. Congrats to my crappy Hawks on winning the most meaningless NBA lottery ever.
That's too bad. We were just talking about that on my radio show yesterday. That could have happened any year. It could have happened the Wembanyama year where the lottery balls bounce right where we're talking about on my radio show. And then my intern came in. Yeah, he's like, I've heard the worst draft of all time. I'm like, oh, those poor Hawk bastards. The balls bounce right, and that apparently is the fun fact. I'm like, geez. Yeah.
I am a poor Paul. I'm a poor Hawk bastard, so that's one of them. But I keep reading that Trae Young might get traded, so this might.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yes. As far as the Nathaniel Hackett thing is concerned, what worries me the most is that Aaron is still running the show in that building. The idea that Hackett is still there is comical. I heard he delivers a great bagel and cream cheese every morning. Outstanding laundry deliverer every morning, but the idea that he is still our OC is laughable. And again, it makes me believe that the assistant general manager Joe Douglas is catering to his superior Aaron Rodgers. Nothing has changed. It's May 13th, and this organization continues to be topsy-turvy, to say the least. The idea that this offensive coordinator is still there is laughable. There's really nothing else to say. Again, he is clueless at his job. We're lucky we have a quarterback who basically pays attention to him maybe 20% of the time. But the idea that this organization is going to allow their 40-year-old quarterback, who is a Hall of Famer, don't get me wrong,
of course,
but they allow a 40-year-old quarterback to run the entire show and keep this absolute zero as an offensive coordinator is laughable. And if I'm Saleh, if I was him, I would just already refresh my resume after the season because he's gone.
Oof. Hey now.
I need to be straightforward. I know I come across as pretty harsh, but again,
You're a straight shooter.
I speak for a lot of Jet fans. The idea that Hackett is still in charge of the offense is a really telltale sign of where the organization is
going. Yeah, and fair points.
I don't know else to say. I'm trying to be positive. I know it's hard for me to be positive, but I'm trying to be positive. The idea that on May 13th this story comes out is another black cloud to the regime at one Jets drive. They can spin it all they want with all their production, but again, the problem here is he should not be there. He should not be employed.
No.
But again, congratulations, Paulie, and go Celtics, man. Have a good one.
There we go. And go Pacers, I'm sure, tonight from Allen for the game 5. Pivotal, MSG. We'll see what happens there. Home teams won all these games, so we'll see if that streak continues tonight. They're in game 5. I would just say this real quick on the Hackett thing. Connor Hughes was answering a question in a mailbag. Maybe he was always going to feed that in. He can answer whatever questions he wants. Maybe it was always going to get fed in on a May 13th column. It's not like a big Athletic article came out yesterday about Hackett. They could have replaced him, or they tried to replace him 1,000 times. That's the only thing I would say about that portion of the exam. The fact of the matter, I mean, it is what it is. The Jets tried to replace him. They couldn't. Those things come out. It's like Adam Gase, Le'Veon Bell didn't want him. He's still on the team. There's awkwardness. There's friction. I had a lot of Bills fans DMing me that article saying dysfunction. It is what it is. It's Hackett did not perform last year. If he was anybody else, a lot of people would argue that he would have been fired mid-season with his lack of flexibility. Some of the things in the Athletic, speaking of the Athletic, where he glossed over attention to detail and some of those things, as a Jets fan, those are off-putting things to hear. And I'm only hoping that the rest of the unit can gather and rally, and that the talent on the roster is there. Aaron Rodgers is there. You have all these different pieces to the puzzle. You just got to hope that all that can overcome it. And I guess we'll see ultimately if that's going to be the case. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let's go from one offensive coordinator to another. Let's go to our resident OC. That's Easy. Edward joining us here on the show. What's up, buddy?
Good morning, Paulie. How are you?
I'm great. How was the Myrtle Beach, man? How was that action?
It was bad, actually. I left on Saturday morning after I called you because I was told I was getting a discount at the hotels, but everything was going to be open and nothing was open. The amusement parks, the water park, the freaking go-kart, nothing was open. So I was like, I'm out of here.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, man.
That's all right. I got my money back for the night, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay, well, there you go.
Anyway, hold on. I'm about to wait. Give me 1 second. I'm parking this truck so that this guy can load me up. See?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Nice.
All right, there we are. All right, I'm good now. Okay, so I don't know how people can say the Jets are dysfunctional. Mm-hmm. They were actually trying to get rid of Hackett.
Yes.
They were getting rid of him without getting rid of him. They were just going to put him in a little closet, wrap him in bubble wrap, and keep him safe in the corner, and have somebody actually do the play calling. And even at that, all Hackett would do would say, hey, Aaron, do a run play. Aaron would come up to the line like, oh, they're stacked. I'm going to throw a pass. Or he'd go, oh, Aaron, do a pass play. And the guy would be like, oh, everybody's hanging back. I'm going to hand the ball off to Brees. Come on. It's not rocket science.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. I love
I mean, what are you going to do with the guy? He's just doing what he's doing. And I'm sure he's got some intelligence. I mean, his dad was a coach. He's a coach.
Of course.
Jesus Christ. And
you
the
are
whole
right,
thing
you are right. I just want to say this, that you are right. The Jets aren't getting credit for trying to replace him. Everyone's just bashing them for, look at this story coming out. You guys look like idiots. But the fact that they were trying, I've seen the Jets get zero credit for even attempting to do so. I know that.
I don't understand it. I mean, you get these guys like Stephen A. who just kill them anyway. You get the haters. And I understand we hadn't won shit for 13 years. And the last time we had a chance to get into a Super Bowl, our kicker missed 2 field goals, one in the fourth and one in overtime. So, I mean, we're snake bit.
Yeah, very much so. We got to overpower it. We got to overcome it, Easy. There's no doubt about it.
So what is someone going to have to kill Joe Namath to kill the curse? And I don't want that. I want Joe to see another team win.
Me too. That's what a lot of people have said, that there has to be some sort of sacrifice of some kind to reverse the promise.
No, I want them to hand the trophy to Joe Namath and have Joe Namath present it. That's what I want.
That'd be amazing.
That's what I want to see. Joe Namath present the Vince Lombardi trophy.
Right to Aaron Rodgers. Sign me up. Easy. I like the cut of your jib, pal.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I mean, I bleed green. I
Yeah.
do.
and we
I don't
all
even
do.
follow the Mets anymore.
Oh yeah, well, you know what? Your investment in the Jets going to pay off this year, pal. It's going to pay off. We're going to have a special year. I feel it in my bones.
You know, I am a member of the Central North Carolina New York Jets fan club, and there's another guy that calls in to Jake's show. His name is Southern Jet, Richie.
Oh yeah, Rich. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in my Jet group. He said that I was the V-man of the Jets club.
That's funny.
which I protest profusely. I'm more like King Lowski. I'm the one who's flipping out at the bad calls by the refs.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. I love that group. We got a great Jets community. We got some great people.
Oh, we do. I mean, we got everybody from Ian down in Florida to Ryan and Green Bean and Matt. And then we got you, and we got Buffalo Jet, and all these guys.
Yeah.
I want to find out, what is Green Bean's first name?
Wow. No idea. Wow, that's a good question. That's something I feel like I should know. I don't know Green Bean's real name.
I think he wants it to be I think he wants it to stay a mystery.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I had never given that thought. A lot of these people, I'm going to be honest, like, I know Ian is Jet Central, but most of the time I call him Jet Central, so I'm not even thinking about it. That's a good question.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's going to be a decent season. I think if I'm predicting 11 or 12 wins. That's what I'm predicting.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Sign me up.
I think we can take the division, which would be good. I'd like to have a home game.
Yes, give me a home playoff game, and us all celebrating in the parking lot. Let's speak it into existence, Easy.
Well, remember, anything could happen. Tua could go down also this year.
Of course.
Allen could go down this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And let's face it, the Patriots could be sneaky good. You never know.
Yeah, I guess.
We always have a team. Yeah, but who knew that C.J. Stroud was going to be that good and that the Texans were going to be that good?
That's true.
So there's always a sleeper team every single year.
That's true. We'll see. Hopefully it's not the Patriots, those bastards.
Hopefully it's us this year.
I like it. That's what I'm hoping for, Easy.
All right, man.
Thanks,
you take care.
You too. Good to hear from you. Excellent. Thank you, Easy, for calling in. All right, let's go back to the phone. Oh, it's official. Wait a second. We're going to react to it. Wait. It just came in. Who are the Jets replying? 1 second. Monday Night Football, Jets 49ers. Boom. I told you, people. Boom. There it is. Jets 49ers. That's who the Jets are playing. That's who they're opening up the season against. Jets, it's official. Booyah. Oh, I friggin' love it, baby. I told you, people. You didn't listen to me. No one listened to old boy Green. I'm like, oh, Jets 49ers. Like, shut up, Paul. That wouldn't start a season. Suck it, baby. I told you. It was Jets 49ers. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. Jets friggin' 49ers. Beautiful. Week 1, September 9th, 8:15. Jets at 49ers. Now, as we're live reacting to this just coming in, I will just say this. We have a few callers. We'll get to you guys too. But I just want to say, in a perfect world, you open up at home. I thought Aaron Rodgers, you could run it back, open it up at home. But look at these storylines. Robert Saleh, Kyle Shanahan, Aaron Rodgers, who once got gypped by the 49ers. This is juicy. Jets 49ers, baby. Boom. Week 1. Oh, that's phenomenal. All right, let's go to some live reactions here, baby. That's exactly the game I want. And by the way, real quick, one more thing. While there will be a lot of people, they're going to crap all over this, and I already know because when I brought up the idea initially, people said, shut up, Paul, that's stupid. The reason why I think this is a great idea is because, folks, this is a road trip to San Francisco. Road trips are hard, especially for East Coast teams. Going East Coast to West Coast is difficult. Mid-season, that's difficult. Imagine week 5, you're playing the Dolphins or something, and all of a sudden you're jumping all the way over to San Francisco. You marginalize the impact of a massive road trip by having it week 1. The preseason ends 2 weeks before the regular season now. It's not 1 week anymore. It's 2 weeks before. So you have all the time in the world to set up the proper luxury of getting this on. And guys, why wouldn't you want a tone-setting game? Are the Jets a Super Bowl contender? You don't find that out against the Arizona Cardinals, the Tennessee Titans. You find that out against the 49ers. Let's jock up. The team that was just in the friggin' Super Bowl, we're like, let's line up. And you want to know what? If we sucker punch the San Francisco 49ers are going to be favored in this game. They're at home. They were just in the Super Bowl. They're going to be favored. But if we punch the 49ers right in the friggin' face, right off the get-go, the Jets on Tuesday are going to be the talk of the gosh darn town, baby. Jets. Jets, Jets, Jets. Give me the 49ers. I want all the smoke, baby. Give me the freaking 49ers. Oh, I love that. That is spicy. I freaking love that. Anywho, all right, let's go to the phone lines now. We got Ricky New York joining us. All right, Ricky. Oh, and another backdrop. Very nice.
Well, you said you wanted all the smoke, so here I am.
Yeah.
In all
your glory.
Yeah, Paul, I thought it would be a cold day in hell before I would agree with Alan. But what was he? He said, "Better you than him." I must agree because we don't need no more of him. At any rate, and I don't need any congratulations, but I did check that same box as you, Paul. It was not the sweet, passionate variety because that is for the honeymoon phase. You may have heard it is an all-in year. So it was the neighbor waking headboard breaking variety.
The only variety I enjoy.
Yes. Now, on to the Jets.
Yes.
You know what? So be it. If it's San Francisco, bring them on.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not worried about anything. And all this stuff about who wants a job if it's only going to be for 1 year. Are these guys acting like it's only 1 year? We got our left tackle of the future. We got a quarterback to develop behind Rodgers. JD and Saleh, they're competitors just like the players. They're not looking at no 1 year plan. No way.
Yeah. I just want to say, I don't think they are. I would just say, I think it is the outside of the person you're trying to convince that's outside the building that you're trying to bring in to say, hey, this is it. And they're looking at it going, oh, I don't know, man. And ultimately, I assume that's how I wasn't in those rooms for either of those interviews or the multiple interviews they attempted to pursue and participate in to bring somebody in. But I mentioned that was the thought of the outside of like, boy, there's a chance this is one and done. And I move my family from wherever the hell I am to New York, New Jersey. It fails. I'm out. I think the Saleh and Douglas side of pounding the table saying, hey, baby, this is what's going on. I think their side is very, pound the table. I agree with you. I don't think they obviously don't. Joe Douglas did the 3rd round pick of the future draft. If you knew your ass was on the line, you're like, oh boy, I'm not going to be here. Why would you get a pick in the future? You'd get a pick right now to help you in your pursuits now. So I think that shows you confidence that he feels pretty good. It's a really small example, but I think so.
And you know what? You can't have that everything. But I'll tell you what, these guys that they approached for that job, that turned that job down, do not come crawling back when we break our foot off in everybody's ass. All right? Because it's going to be too late. You had your chance and you missed it.
I agree. I love it.
13 wins. Postseason. This is our year. Jets.
Jets. Ricky New York, drop the mic. Okay. And all right, in case you guys are just joining us, again, we do Boy Green Daily live every day. The breaking news live on the show was that the New York Jets are opening up the season week 1, Monday Night Football at San Francisco, which is, again, the exact game that I wanted, baby. That's the one I circled. That's the one I friggin' wanted, and they gave it to me. I want all the smoke. Give me the friggin' 49ers. We're going to know right off the bat whether we're ready to go. People say, but rust this. The 49ers are going to have rust, okay? Everyone is at the same disadvantage. We're all starting at week 1 together. Sure. Well, could it be more ideal week 6, week 7? The Jets have figured their stuff out? maybe, but I don't care. Let's go. Let's freaking kick off the season, baby. Jets freaking 49ers. And imagine, look at the good. If you beat the 49ers week 1 and you line them up and you knock them down, we're talking about an unbelievable celebration. Put the freaking stamp down. Like, let's go. I love it. I love it. I can't believe we got to break that on the show. That's phenomenal, baby. All right, let's keep rolling here. Let's keep rolling here with our guest, Johnny back on. Johnny, what's up, Johnny? You want to react to this Jets 49ers action?
Bro, so it's funny. We were talking about the defense, right? And where can back amongst all the historical Jets defense that we've had. And it's going to get tested week 1. And why would we not want that game on the road, right? Being the underdog, because I've always felt like when we are the underdog per se, right, we do better. I did want to talk to you in regards of the whole Hackett situation and everything.
Okay.
Like, I think I'm probably one of the only few that didn't want Hackett to get removed, just off the simple fact of having another offensive coordinator, another type of offensive scheme, formations that would have to be learned from your Gibson, your Garrett Wilsons, Corley, right? Last year, we were bringing in guys that were in Green Bay with Hack, knowing the Hack system, just to go ahead and teach that. Now we don't need to do that, where we could bring in more free agents if we truly, really wanted to. So I understand. I keep hearing and stuff in regards of the whole Connor Hughes thing, that it's more of a rumor than anything. But if there's any factual evidence towards it, right, I really hope that it doesn't mess anything up. Last year, right, even if you watch any of those games, man, like a lot of players, right, were open. We just had a crappy ass quarterback that couldn't do shit for it. So I might be one of the only few that thinks in regards of the whole Hackett thing and him not going. I get it. He said some stupid stuff in regards of, I didn't know that Breece Hall, could catch whatever, right? I mean, who hasn't said some shit that they don't regret,
sure,
right? And other than that, I just wanted to come back on here to say that, right? Give these guys a second year with this freaking coaching staff that we got to go ahead and see what we truly have. If this year, because it is a make it or break it, if this shit does not go what we're thinking is going to happen, then heads need to roll. And I get that part of it. But San Fran, week 1, let's go. Let's test out. You know what? We're fucking winning it, bro.
That's it.
So I want that shit. I want all the smoke. Just bring it. Jets, baby. Jets.
Let's go. Love it. By the way, Ralph asked, will the Jets be an underdog for that game? I don't know. Ralph, the Jets are 1,000% going to be an underdog on the road against a team that was just in the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah. Jets are going to be an under. There is no doubt about it. I don't know. I haven't seen the opening line yet because we're breaking news in the middle of the show, but 1,000% the Jets are an underdog. I don't care what happens. Even Brock Purdy was hurt. They'd be the 49ers would be a favorite. 100% the 49ers are going to be a favorite. But by the way, it's fine with me. Let's roll out. Let's see what happens. We'll crank it here on the show. All right, man. We've got a lot of callers here, so I will try to get to all of you each here that have been waiting. All right, let's go to. We got Uncle VR here on the show. What's up, brother?
What's going on? Yo, this is great. Happy that the news broke, the 49ers week 1 on your show. So that's baby. Awesome. I mean, that Kurt Russell and Tombstone, you wanted to bring down the Thunder. Well, here we are. Here I am. Let's go, Jets. Let's go.
Yes.
San Francisco 49ers. I mean, there's so many storylines with this game. You have Aaron Rodgers pretty much going home, right? He's from Chico, California. He played for University of California.
Correct.
I lived out there for a while. There's so much history with the San Francisco 49ers. I lived out in the Bay Area for about 10 years. So I used to always go to the old Candlestick, but I haven't been to the new stadium down in Santa Clara. So that, if I decide to go to that game, that's going to really be a treat. Salah going back to the 49ers.
Right.
And here's an underrated story.
Sure.
Everybody's talking about, the 49ers are going to be favored. This is going to be like such a tough game. What about Brock Purdy against our defense? I mean, like that's a underrated storyline right there because Brock Purdy is who he is. He's still a young quarterback, and he's going to be tested from our defense. He's going to be tested with Sauce and DJ Reed and our blitz schemes and I mean everything that's going on with that. So you know what? Just like you said, bring the smoke. We're ready for it. We're up to the challenge. It's going to be a test. These are the games that this team was built for. This is what Joe Douglas and Saleh and Woody Johnson. This is what we wanted. So let's go. JETS. Jets.
That's it, baby. Love the energy. That's awesome. Yeah. And by the way, who's the best running back in the NFL? I think we can decide that in that game. Christian McCaffrey, Breece Hall. Suit up, baby. Let's roll. All right, let's go to another caller here. We got the legendary Mr. Bonesy joining us here on the program. What's up, brother?
Man, Paul, I normally don't call in because I'm on the train and my sound might not be the best, but I did want to say I didn't care about getting the 49ers, but I didn't want Monday night because I'm selfish. I don't want to wait all day and then wait the next day. But we can't have anything better. You get the road trip right off the jump, and then also you just combine the fact that they don't really know what we're bringing in. They don't know what type of offense scheme we're really going to be employing with the new big meat up front. So I'm not opposed to that. Like, we know what they're doing. We know what Shanahan is. We know their game plan. So we can prep a little better. Then we don't even know Rodgers. So, that's an advantage.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, you're kind of breaking up, Mr. Bonesy, but I appreciate the call, brother, and I understand. And hello to my daughter again. I know we're going late here, and I have to. Easy on the cord, porn, honey. Yes, but thank you to Mr. Bonesy. Ended up breaking up there, but yeah, Jets 49ers, baby, friggin' love it. All right, real quick, we'll go through our last two callers here, and then we'll have to sign off. I got to run to the radio station, but let's go. We got B-Mac here on the show. What's up, B-Mac?
Hey, what's up, Paul? 2 days in a row. I'm gonna keep coming on as much as I can. You're a morning guy, so tough for me to get up in the morning and yeah, man. But congratulations on the 6. I just want to make 2 points. First,
yes,
I need to call out Allen.
Okay.
I apologize for Allen for calling him a pussy. All right, I still own that. That's still on me. All right.
Okay.
But that does not mean I get to take shots at him with his negativity. All right. Allen, it's a beautiful morning. All right. I'm not a Jet fan, but I speak for Jet fans anyway. Fans, let Jet fans have a positive and joyful day and morning. All right. Stop it with the coming on here, being all, being all, or being a crybaby and, Nathaniel Hackett is the worst thing, and Rodgers, he's 40, running the organization. Had did Tom Brady ran the Tampa Bay organization? Did Peyton Manning ran the Denver Bronco organization? Where you have a franchise Hall of Fame quarterback, he's supposed to run the organization. That's what they're supposed to do. They have that clout. They have that. And if Rodgers, who won back-to-back MVPs with Hackett, wants Hackett to stay, they're gonna let him stay. So, Allen, please, all right, shut up, all right. Stop being a baby. Stop being a 2-year-old. All right, stop. All right, and just suck it up and deal with it. All right. Now, that's my 1 point out the way.
Okay.
2, the San Francisco 49ers. I was a little, I'm a little bit, sketchy, but look. To be the best, you got to beat the best. All right.
Yeah.
So if you're a Jet fan, and look, the Niners last, the last time we saw the Niners in their last 3 games in a postseason, then they're very beatable. We almost beat them. With Jordan Love at quarterback. We almost beat them. The Lions should have beaten them in the championship game if the coach would make a bunch of mistakes. And they blew it against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And I get it, it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but still, they blew it. They had a chance to win that Super Bowl, and they blew it. So it's not like the Niners are this unbeatable team and this team that people should be feared of. You know, I get it. They have Rodgers' number, but Rodgers do have their number as well in the regular season as it goes, right? And this is a regular season game. So, and Rodgers is still undefeated on Monday Night Football. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Counting last year, even though he played 4 snaps, you know, that win still counts. So he still got that Monday night winning streak. And I do expect y'all, I know it's early, but I do expect y'all to go in there and shock the world and blow them out. So start off 1-0 for the season. So Jet fans, be very confident, all right? I think y'all will put it to the Niners. And Allen, shut up, all right? Deal with it. Hackett's going to stay, all right? Stop being a baby, all right? A 2-year-old child, all right? And stop being Mr. Negative, all right? Because you are the Grinch, Allen. You are the Grinch because you spoil Christmas and you spoiling people's beautiful morning. So shut up, Allen.
All right, that's a beautiful way for B-Mac to wrap up. All right, we'll squeeze in one more call. I gotta run to the radio station. We got Bobby one more time. Go ahead, Bobby.
Okay, me, you, and Nick were right about the 49ers. All right, we won.
See, I told you, people got to listen to us more, Bobby.
And then I got, Bosa from the 49ers.
You have what about Bosa?
You know Bosa on the 49ers?
Yeah, I'm aware of him, sure. Yeah, Nick
I went
Bosa,
to high school with his dad in New Hampshire.
Wow, that's cool.
I know his dad very nice. I know his grandpa. His grandpa was a
nice.
Yep, cool. And I think it's not going to be a blowout. We're going to win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout
I'll take any win. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 40-0. Sign me up.
It's going to be a win, but not a blowout. I don't think.
Okay.
But yeah, I have to let you go. I know. I just excited that me, you, and Nick picked the 49ers on the road.
Yeah. We nailed it because we're the best. And Bobby, thanks for the call. There was a second Bobby call. Got a second Johnny call. We had so many calls. It was phenomenal. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And as Edward said, he said it up there. Like the video, everybody. Whether you're watching live, the 500 people live in the room, like the video. Hit subscribe down below. All things can happen. Breaking news can happen in the middle of the show. You never know. But we're live every single day at 7:30 in the morning. We'll be back actually live at 3 o'clock. We'll see what other Jets news and Nuggets comes out in terms of their schedule. And we'll predict the schedule with whatever's left. They're coming up at 3 o'clock. So looking forward to that. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in again. Jets 49ers. Exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Silver Platter is official. That's not speculation. It's official. Jets tweeted it. Jets at 49ers week 1 Monday Night Football. Sign me the hell up. We'll see you guys later. Freaking phenomenal stuff. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. That was awesome. And we'll see you at 3 o'clock today and also tomorrow morning at 7:30.